Well, the Army is sending more helicopters and air support to Iraq. Pilots and crews receiving new training. Those pilots training to deal with the rising threat from any enemy anti-aircraft weaponry. Jamie McIntyre now has this exclusive report from the Army's Aviation Training Center at Fort Rucker, Alabama.
At the Army's Aviation Warfighting Center in Fort Rucker, Alabama, it's the job of aging veterans to keep rookie students from getting shot down. The pilots and students are all well aware that this year in Iraq, U.S. helicopters have become a favorite target of insurgents, too often with deadly results. But it's not the first thing on their mind.
I want to focus on training to make sure that I'm ready for when my time comes, if something like that is to arise.
First Lieutenant Curtis Williams has been a soldier since the first Gulf War in 1991, and now he's itching to fly an Apache in a war zone. In particular, he's grateful his IP, instructor pilot, is just back from the front lines.
Did you have any close calls when you were in Iraq?
I sure did.
You're flying in Iraq. You're in a combat situation. You're the pilot. What are you thinking?
Self-preservation. You have to take care of yourself in the aircraft to be effective in a combat multiplier.
Alan Mays is another veteran instructor with Iraq experience. He sat down in the cockpit of his Kiowa Scout helicopter to show me how not to get shot out of the skies.
Our primary thing is airspeed is life. We never stop flying. We never come to stationary hover, and we don't have to as a scout pilot because we go forward on the battlefield.
Mays is reluctant to give away the latest tactics. He knows anything he reveals on CNN could help the enemy. But he confirms that reports from the front lines are incorporated into every lesson.
We pass that off to our students. Hey, these things are happening. These are the tactics that the enemy are using, and this is how we can combat some of those tactics.
I'm extremely confident. The IPs we have here, I think, are the best pilots around, and the machine is fantastic. I wouldn't have wanted to fly this helicopter if I wasn't confident, and I love this helicopter.
It won't be long before Eric Narzer and his fellow Army pilots test their mettle in Iraq or Afghanistan. Jamie McIntyre, CNN, Fort Rucker, Alabama.
Coming up next here, America's college students under the influence. An alarming new report.
Insurgents in Iraq